Testing, test one. Good morning, everyone. Let's find our seats and prepare our hearts for Sunday school this morning. Let's sing that song, Sing Unto the Lord a New Song, for he hath done marvelous things. Sing unto the Lord a new song, for he has done marvelous things. For his right hand and his holy arm hath gotten him the victory. One more time. Sing unto the Lord a new song, for he hath done marvelous things. For his right hand and his holy arm hath gotten him the victory. Brother Ed, could you open us, please?
Hallelujah. Sunday school and teachers can be dismissed. If you're staying with us here, you can turn to Proverbs chapter 8. Hallelujah. So we've been looking at Proverbs. For a number of weeks. So somebody that knows what we're doing, why are we looking at Proverbs? Take a wild guess. I know it's been almost a month since we were looking at Proverbs. Barb.
Proverbs is like, the father teaching the son what we are to do and not to do. And so this is kind of teaching us.
Okay, there's a teaching here. Somebody else. What's going on? Yes, sir. Instructions for wisdom. Okay, somebody else? Carol.
Every morning I read one, the next day the two, so you get the 30 days.
Yeah.
Through the whole month.
So that's to lock it in our minds, okay? And so I think I've told you, Billy Graham did that. Numbers of other people have done that. My wife does that. I don't do that all the time, but I do read the Bible, and so every day. And so that's to put something in there so that God can use it to remind us. And so there are a lot of things we do that crop up in our lives, and God has something to say about it. Everyone's on a path, whether you want to be or not. And everyone is on a path. Everyone is going somewhere. It doesn't matter if you feel stuck, doesn't feel like if you're spinning your wheels. We are still in motion because time is, if nothing else, going by us and gives us the illusion of motion, but it's not an illusion. We are going somewhere, and life is a journey. It's not the end. That's just the place or that happens. We all end up in the casket. That's not the point. The point is we also end up as someone. We become someone different than you were in swaddling clothes lying in the hospital. And so you become someone. We are becoming what the end of our life is going to tell the tale of. Because there is, if you read biographies, there's a last chapter. And after you're done with the biography, you begin to understand who that was that the biography is about. Has to do with their character, has to do with their morals, has to do with their destiny, has to do with their decisions, has to do with the events that happened in them. has to do with the good things that happened and the bad things that happened and how they handled them. All of those things are transpiring, and every moment makes us closer to that conclusion of who we are. And the Proverbs tells us the conclusion is going to be either wise or foolish. That's how it's going to end up. And so that's important for us. Why read it or study it every day? Because we need that in our heart. We need that in our minds. We need God to help us. I've been to school a long, long time. I can't remember hardly zilch of what they taught me in school. Some of you have been out of high school for a while. All you can remember is the fight you got in. So that's oh yeah, that was the one that jerked my head around, and that's the one that tried to provoke a fight, and that's the one that I didn't get along with, and that's the one that called me names and all those things. How many of you remember the nickname people had for you in high school? A few honest people. None of you had a nickname. That's good, because they kind of stick with you through life. So Proverbs 9, 10, and 11 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For by me, knowledge and understanding, your days will be many, and years will be added to your life. If you're wise to your own benefit. If you mock, you alone bear the consequences. And so there's some instruction in that dimension. Is there any question from anything we've looked at in the past? Any question or comment or rebuttal or controversy, or just want to pick a fight, or what's going on? Okay. So, Pastor, get off it. Let's get on with it. I want to learn something today. Okay, we'll try and do that. Proverbs chapter 8. Proverbs, this section of Proverbs is probably, maybe not, but probably one of, or at least one of the most famous parts of the book of Proverbs. It's the speech that personified wisdom gives, and wisdom's presence at the creation. Wisdom's presence at the creation suggests how the world was put together, how the world was established, what are the boundaries, what are the precepts, what are the issues of the world from the very beginning. And so wisdom's presence suggests how that all came to pass. And I need to tell you that, number one, wisdom is not a she. That's some people are trying to make, that's the feminine portion of God. God doesn't have a feminine portion. God is simply God. It's the way it is. And so that's it. But even a casual reader understands that wisdom's speech begins with the Lord. And it's the only verse in the speech that begins with the Hebrew word YHWH. Many people pronounce it Yahweh. Hebrews reluctantly pronounce it if never.